Here we are at scene 4. Museum of Dwellings. Well, okay. Okay. Let's talk to Blue. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. That was a weirdo. What? Is this referring to us? As like a message on tape? Doesn't seem that weird. You didn't see the guy. Tall, kind of stooped over, limping bad. Looked like an old drunk if you ask me. I bet they were both drunks. Breaking in here looking for a place to sleep it off. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Nice assumption, buddy. I guess it is Kentucky.
Damn!
Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. But that's loyalty for you. Well, it didn't stay long anyway. Hint, hint. I just assumed they were from the power company, says Fred. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that? I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. How did they get in? Must have been one of the kids who left the front door unlocked. Something's got to be done. They run around like animals. You know that floor left a can of soda on top of the shelter door and I almost killed myself slipping on that sticky mess the next morning? Something's got to be done. Let's see what they overhear us saying to each other. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. He had his umbrella open inside. I'm glad I gave you something to talk about, lady. What were you doing up that late? Mom lets me stay up late all the time. She said it's okay. I was just looking for frogs. Let's get back on topic. What were the man and the lady talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. They didn't know, so they kept looking around. They did indeed. As a piece of writing, this is really great. The perspective changes. I love how they gave us the option to take out our umbrella just so someone could comment on it. Yeah, it was an accident. Oh, I was just about to ask what happens next, but this is what happens next. Oop, lights turned on. Tent trailer. Train car. Uh-huh. Apparently we can't go up these stairs at all. I've definitely tried. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray. A few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. They had a list of all the homes relocated here, a list of original residences before we leveled the net road. I guess they were looking for one of the old residences. Old residents. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer, folks who moved elsewhere. But they filed that back, out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, it seems like. I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that. Just, how about that roof, huh? You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be slumlords now. Interesting. We're having our movements commented on, almost as though they're museum pieces, because this is like museum stand description. Bizarre. Yeah, because these are, with the little stands, these are like art pieces, installations in the museum, which connects us back to the prologue for Act 2. But yet these might be, that might actually be the trailer for the construction. These might be where people are living. We're gonna get another. Yeah, they were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Ha! It is a display. Display was the word I was looking for. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Alright. Let's look around at all the exhibits, shall we? That's how we look around at the place. Sadie says, "Do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. I'd heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait, and a young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit." What was the stranger like? He was in a bad way. He seemed confused. He was talking about a basketball game? I thought he might be joking. After all, it's not the season. We saw a thing about it. Has it been a long time since we went to the Zero? It made his friend uncomfortable, and she changed the subject. She asked about my house. You know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like the last one. Interesting. I like how in these dialogue trees I really only get one option. I can't go back and select the others. There's a couple more exhibits. There's a lady, there's Sadie. And there's someone behind us. Oh, it's blue. Huh. Fred says, I heard them banging around out there, and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them. To tell you the truth. And I guess he did. Let's go look at this camper. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window, and we had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but, you know, shady characters. They seemed suspicious. I already told you, weirdos. Walking around door to door asking about Dr. Truman. This late at night? I told them what I know, but in this weather? What do you know about Dr. Truman? I'm having them ask because I want to know. I told them. He moved in here with the rest of us when you folks bought up that neighborhood. And then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I wonder if this train car is an exhibit. Does not seem to be. And we cannot revisit an exhibit. Huh. I guess we are destined to loop the rest of our life away. Hope we get another perspective change. A forklift. And I couldn't even begin to tell you what this is. There's 4 obelisk things. Oh, I guess they're lights on the ceiling. It's kind of a weird perspective. This must be an elevator? Like a construction elevator? Blue's coming with? Okay. Careful, Blue. Bizarre. Okay, now we're gonna want the umbrella. We don't need to be catching our death as well as limping along. There's a fucking house up here? With a woman in it? They wouldn't come in. Just rushing around. You could tell they were worn. And it was late at night, but just rushing around. Well, there was some urgency to the older man's injuries, so it's understandable. How was he injured? His leg was twisted or something. He held it while he walked. He made these painful little sounds in the throat. Oh, how? I don't know. I didn't ask. It would have been rude, I think. Well, we just don't know. I suppose we never will. Huh. Well, we can keep walking on these I-beams? How could this possibly, like, be part of an exhibit? Weird. What is this place? Earl says, I heard a shout from downstairs. The old man has stumbled in the rain. Uh-oh. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in my getting involved. Thank you. Alright. There's a gigantic fucking bird in the background. Bert says, I didn't see or hear a thing all night. I was in the back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in, and each one of those has got to be individually labeled. You know? No, I don't know. But I heard some of the other neighbors that they weren't up to any harm, just passing through. I apologize. I'm trying to record all of Act 2 at the same time. It turns out to be a lot of talking. Ezra. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? Please tell me your last name is Truman. We'll get to Shannon. It doesn't belong to me, I just drive it. Yeah, I knew you were a driver. What's the biggest haul you ever did? A couple of horses is bigger. I moved a couple of horses once in a different truck. Me and Julian move whole houses every night. That's a lot bigger than a couple of horses. Where do you take the houses? Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night. And then we bring them back at dawn, before the museum opens.
Are you okay?
Shannon will interrupt. Is Dr. Truman in the forest? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out a few nights ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. When they do, it gives them nightmares. So we take them out to the forest to sleep. And then bring them back in the morning. What? I'm getting pretty tired myself. Shannon jumps in. He hurt his leg. We're looking for Dr. Truman to help him out. Finally he says, is your family out in the forest? Oh, no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while. Anyway, we got a job to do here now. Taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep, and maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? You have to follow the Green River, way out east, then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I've just got to call him over. He makes a series of bird calls. Julian's the bird. All of this is very interesting, but I really hope, like, it all comes together at the end, man. We're under Julian's care. I don't think I have any control. Cumberland. Maybe I do? I guess I do. Weird. Oh, the compass keeps getting screwy. Cumberland is the bait shop. Small figure. tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road carrying appears to be a guitar case. He is followed closely by a smaller shape, a dog. Looks tired. Okay, let me read this again. I have to. Follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. Okay. I saw the Green River. That's the Nolan River. Green River. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, I think. River. Is this also the Green River? Lake. Shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, and trudges slackly out of view. It's Green River Lake. Trying to go east. I don't think I can. This is some crazy shit. This is still the Green River. And we're still basically going east. Yes? Yep, we are. Okay. There's just 2 lakes. I saw another lake over there. So this is Julian. Nice to meet you, Julian. I'm glad you have a friend, a job. These are important things, I suppose. I'll be honest with you, I've never had to make conversation with a bird before. Lake Cumberland, here we go. Here we go. I want to see what the swamp is. I want to see swamp. From a distance, from the air, it first looks like a swamp. Vines have grown over the street lamps. Flower bushes obscure the streets. A few of the houses have slipped partially into the ground. Foundations cracked by underground roots. Presume that when we do find... Like, part of the tension for me has been worrying about landing in the wrong spot. But, I suppose, you know, everything that we've come across so far has just been, you know, visual cues. I suppose when we actually find the forest and a place to land, we'll see something more obvious. Okay, so that was the Green River. Here's Lake Cumberland. We've hopped over it. Now we just have to look for a forest. Maybe. Here we go. I can't believe I found it. Scene 5. A forest. Yes, that is what this is. And Dr. Gonzo said he had a prediction about all this. You feeling like you're on the right track there, buddy? Okay. Am I the doctor? Seems like I am. Who's blue? I am definitely not Conway just now. There we are. Holy fucking shit. I would not have guessed there was a gigantic eagle in this game. It's okay, just take it easy, says Shannon. Conway says, I'll just close my eyes. Shannon says, I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg a minute. And then we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? This is an excellent question, Shannon. Thank you. It's my last delivery. Oh. You're retiring or something? Or... Sorry. Lizette's closing up the shop. That's, damn. What's up with Blue? This is Ezra, okay. How'd you come to be with these people? I bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. When I'm old like you, I'll still be wild. Okay? Ezra's a child. There we have our in-scene musician, thank you. Toss you a quarter later. Conway is now also here. Great. There's no way to interact, so I guess we're just going to learn the story of Conway going to the doctor by walking down this river road. Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends, over there. These woods go on forever. Well, no forest goes on forever. At some point there's always a road or something. A parking lot. Don't act so defeated, okay? I'm just thinking about getting back to work. We're almost there. We'll get you patched up and back in that truck. We can handle this. Confront Blue again. You ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. I got in trouble for swimming too far. I really hope these choices I'm making for these characters, especially when they're exclusive, I want them to come back at some point. There are 3 more chapters. Plenty of room for that to happen. But is it tense? I like what's going on with the animation and the trees and seeing things pop in and out. It's very cool. Oh no. Shannon asks, do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? Just Lizette's family, I guess. Oh yeah? Husband, bunch of kids? Damn. Her husband Ira and I were great friends. Oh yeah, you mentioned him. Your old boss. Fierce-tempered, hard-working, up by his bootstraps kind of guy, right? Sounds pretty intense. I guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength. But we were the same age growing up. And everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry. And I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It was lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. Oop. Yeah, I missed the opportunity to say some weird shit to Blue. You have a way of falling behind, don't you? Me, I'm always too far ahead. Maybe I should slow down a bit, like you. Yeah, Ezra does run. I wonder if I can't run anymore. No, I can. But now I can choose to stick with Blue. Oh, and Blue gets a doghouse. See if the dialogue options reflect me keeping Blue on the screen. Where is this fucking doctor? I'm hoping that the reason why there's only dialogue with Shannon is because this is the doctor's office and Conway's in there. Good. Good job, game. Good job. Where have you been? We lost sight of you for a minute. Yep, it's easy to get lost, especially out in the woods like this. I never really get lost, though. I just look out for Julian. He's always around. My folks had a really nice house. Bigger than any of these houses. But it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I could never get to sleep. So I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far. We never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. Well, I'll help you look for them. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can all go looking again. Better tonight. Let's go see what's on TV. Watching TV is a theme in this game as well. They're seeing things through the eyes of a TV. Dr. Truman says, and yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. Let's start again. Sorry, I've been reading text for a while. Dr. Truman says, and yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother, my best friend in high school destroyed his wrists building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have somewhere to practice. even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neuripnol TM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? Oh, we could get all spooky with them. Let's get spooky. It was like something grabbed my leg in the dark. Grabbed? Like an animal? Or a piece of machinery? That could be ugly. I've seen some joints twisted right out of... Well, never mind. Let's start the examination. And there they are, watching TV. What are they singing about? They're singing about going home. Yeah, they're singing about their home because they're lost right now. It's a scary song. It's not scary. It's hopeful. Dr. Truman's going to help your friend. He'll be okay. But it's nothing we can't handle, says Dr. Truman. You might have a few things to look out for in the near future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So, the anesthetic we'll use is called Neuripnol TM. I love how they build in the lack of self-awareness. It's great. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is I'll just count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation as the Neuripnol TM takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's talk about billing for a moment. Pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue, so it's a bit complex now. Let's talk about billing after you got them under. Piece of shit. Trippy. Neuripnol TM.